this one last time. I think that was the one thing that we have to put out there, is that if G2 are going to have a chance in this series, I think they need to take this map, and they've got off to a decent start. They managed to take down Dapper. A couple of players already rotated in. It's early in the day, but they're going to get themselves the after plant, and more importantly, the wall has kept them safe.
The players have had their warm-ups, you can see that.
One too.
But surely, this is where Sentinels start to mount that comeback quite quickly into the site. Sick, wanting to move through the wall. Doesn't want to overextend. Nukia already picking up Shazam. This becomes so difficult for Sentinels to hold on.
Hey.
G2 just keep on coming. With only one player taken down, this pistol is so close to flawless.
Of course, he is going to be able to just dash out of there, and especially after being tagged. I'm actually quite surprised he's sticking around. If Over is going to pick him off, leave a weapon in the backline, and Kellogg's has just found another onto Dapper. This bonus is looking incredible. They need 10s to go huge. Luckily for him, he is, well, I was going to say he's going to be able to dismiss, but Nuki already behind him.
Yeah, he caught him, got right up in his face as he came out to dismiss him. What was a very weak round for G2. Spectres for the most part, a Marshall and a Sheriff, and they've only lost the pistol yet again. But Zoms desperately trying to pull this one back. He'll go down, and that is the freest round for G2, because it's
for them, and 5-0 on the attacking side. We know that G2's always been strong in this attack, but this would be something different, and Shazam's already dead. That was like 8 seconds in.
We talked about Shazam's operator. Obviously, Kellogg's has bought up his own, and now he's the only operator left on the server, for the time being at least. A man advantage for G2, claimed by Nukia, who's still walking forward, looking for more victims and finding them. The nade onto the backside, and the Hunter's Fury, it will not connect for the kill, but the nade will. That is glorious for G2. 4 versus 2, and Sick can't even get a kill on the board. Again, it's Zoms left to 1v4 retaken. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going to get anything either. 4K out of Nukia. What if G2 had for breakfast?
They do have the flank being watched, though. Kellogg's is more than aware, and with that push coming through, it might start to make them hesitate a little bit whether they continue this push, but to be honest, they're continuing to find all the openers they could possibly need. They're just ripping apart this site. It may have been a stack, it may have been a flank.
I don't think I've ever seen them look this weak, and that's not to say that are yet again. And you'll notice he's not quite playing as aggressive as he did before. Maybe a little bit scared of running into Nukia. 10 certainly should have been.
It's gone down. They still have this bait and switch. You can see Sick has gone into a far more aggressive position than what we've seen before. It does seem like 10s has started to be predicted quite often now by the side of G2, but with Mixwell falling, there seems like a chance, but Nukia's just on one today. Sick, as said, he's in a prime position to do a fair amount of damage, but now the showstopper comes through and catches him on the edge of the wall, leaving just 2 men standing for the side of Sentinels.
So well played so far by G2, and a 4v2 yet again. Dapper and Zoms, we've seen it so many times, but here's a successful start. Zoms left in the 1v3. Kellogg still low, but he has that operator. So hard on improving their game. And so far, it's been working out for them in this series as well. Shazam connects the Coldamenta, though. That's the pick that they needed. He's got all the blades back up, and that's the difference maker in a round like this, where they don't even have a rifle to play around.
Kellogg's already taking a lot of map control. I think Dapper will have heard him, so he's going to be wary of his flank, and maybe not expecting Kellogg's to be that far forward. Sixer onto Zoms. Now, he popped his ultimate at the beginning of the round. Shazam will close out the lurk, but he needs to get something done here. Luckily, this weapon at close range, it can work.
30 seconds left as they dive on in, but they've already bypassed him. Going up above as well, the site is now theirs. The res on a Dapper might not mean much if Zoms goes down, and he will. Walking out of the Viper's pit and being dropped straight away. Man advantage no longer in their favor. Shazam wants to get the opening, but does he know that right up above is Mixwell, waiting to catch Dapper as he comes on through. There's the kill for Shazam, and Sick manages to save his life. Now they should have their first round, unless Nukia has got something to say about it, and he doesn't. Welcome to the scoreboard as Sentinels hit 1.
It took them quite a bit of time, and definitely
watching for the flank play, holding it down, but might be caught on the cross, and he'll be on his way, because Sick has already been taken down, but there it is. Shazam trading it back, taking out the star player for G2 in this map so far. That could be a huge blow to the attacking side, but they have got the spike planted. Time is on their side, and as it ticks away ever faster, Sentinels need to make this B retake work. It hasn't been successful for them so far, but they haven't had this kind of weaponry in the past.
This is the Avova spot. This is one of those positions where he sticks in all the time. Ten's on a late flank, he's been spotted. They're expecting him now, but could act as a bit of a distraction. And quickly, Sentinels just dropped 3 players. It's left all onto Mixwell, and his burst through the screen is not going to achieve it. Dapper a slight angle.
Oh, the Boombot gives away his position. He's being blast-packed, but somehow he's able to get a kill from that position. Still alive now as Sentinels gain the man advantage, and there's so little time left. G2 are just being poked and pressured, and by the looks of it taken down, Avova somehow able to stay alive. He's getting the spike planted. keloqz has come in with 2, and all of a sudden, it's down to Sick. He has to clutch this one out. No idea where Avova might have gone. The wrap could be in play, and he's about to get peeked out by keloqz on the op. This is so tough. He needs an opportunity to take a duel and a close shot, but a whiff. Now as the time ticks away, Sick is taken down easily.
Oh, does Tens hear the footsteps?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he might just about have caught them. Shazam's ready with the operator for a quick kill. The answer is definitively no.
They've also stacked up the remaining players. There's even one watching into mid just to try and hold off the flank. This is being perfectly played at the moment by Sentinels. They have them trapped, and G2 have to try and fight out. Mixwell, though, has been able to find one. And this could give them at least a little bit of space. The problem, though, is the spike has currently dropped all the way back towards 10. So he's called for that little bit of extra support. Shazam, though, he misses his shot.
Yeah, he's going to be tagged up massively. Has to be so cautious about any future fights that he wants to take. Waiting for his teammates to rotate into position for G2.
30 seconds left.
Moving around to grab that spike's going to be pretty tough, and Nukin knows that he's about to run into a couple of players. Tens shutting him down. A 3rd kill for that man in this round, and that pretty much cements the save for G2. If Mixwell finds an opportunity right away, sure, maybe they go for it, but instead being an abysmal half for Sentinels. But if they find this one, there's still hope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've actually seen...
Coming in with 4, this is where Tens becomes revitalized. Shazam, operator in hand. This is another shot, and Zoms goes down. The B site under threat. Sick has rotated in, so Shazam, tries to get back, but he's caught on the cross. Sick left waiting in the sidelines. No res in play for them coming into this final round, and keloqz, he's forced back. He can't cover the plants, but we will have a Viper's Pit activated. That will buy them some space, but if Dapper can manage to find Mixwell here and grab a tag, that could have been huge. But instead, they're using it as a fake. They're running away towards the A site, just leaving keloqz here with a bulldog in hand. He's going to try to shut these guys down.
Oh, this is just the biggest bait of all time.
They've
actually watched in mid as well. They think that there's going to be players. The only problem here could be that they actually get caught from behind. Nukia, he's going back! Tens is like, I must be going towards the B site. Sentinels are completely lost in this round, and now he's going to go running through the spawn, and Nukia's just waiting for him. This is glorious from G2, leaving just Dapper standing to try and pull off a ludicrous clutch.
And he will not even get a moment to think about that. Mixwell shutting him down, 3rd kill.
He has been trying his best.
Yep.
He's been praying to anybody can.
Sick is going all the way through. Of course, he doesn't have the ice wall to play with, so they need to be a bit more aggressive than you'd normally expect, and it works out to take Nukia down, but the shock dart returns the kill.
Still has been that fallout, that fallback, but it's still going to be a pretty awkward spot. One being spotted will allow keloqz to try and reposition and take the battle, but Shazam has taken out Mixwell.
That's huge. Viper utility for retake taken out, but so is Shazam. It keeps on trading back in G2's favor. Sentinels need a big play, and with Zoms on 2 health, he's going to struggle to get anything done. Sick has to be the clutch man of the round. A 1v2, 10 seconds left, and very little that he can get done. Double digits.
Need to get in, and they need to get back into it now. A fast push coming in on towards the A side. Spike actually leading the charge. It could be dropped, but instead, Sick will win himself the duel.
A lot bought up for Sentinels, and they're looking to get the value out of it. Plant coming through. Avova has the flank, but it's being watched. Tens not able to connect Avova, even predicting the position correctly. Dapper up above will be slowed down, and Nukia's picking up doubles on the site. This is falling apart for Sentinels, an absolute disaster. Zoms tries to step it up, but he's so low he'll be dealt with easily, as will Dapper, and this is 11 for G2. Who's in on the site.
Yeah, their weaponry does slightly favor them over what we're currently seeing with no ultimates online. If keloqz maybe gets himself a kill, well, they actually know he's picked up the orb, so he will have his Blade Storm. It's going to be down to that battle of the flank. If he falls, I feel like this round looks very unlikely, but if he can get rid of Dapper, There's a good shot.
Still no plan, just a constant harassment of utility coming towards Sentinels. They managed to trade it back and keep the man advantage out of the hands of G2, but only for a moment. Shazam, the last alive, kick off the series for Sentinels. Zoms, I mean, you can't even point at him. The whole team has been struggling, and I think that guy had to retake the A site like the first 6 rounds.
To play with, and actually Shazam, if he can get the one on the other side, he'll be looking at his Blade Storm.
Well, it starts out poorly with Dapper going down. That operator on range taking the kill. Mixwell might just have heard the drop. There's the distraction shot as he swings out.
Didn't have to think about that one for long, because they've only lost one other map. For now, though, Shazam looking to try and change that, but the trades come back so thick and so fast. It's left all onto TenZ. He's giving it a damn good go, but down to 24 HP. He will heal up, and maybe he can keep them in it. It's him versus keloggz, the operator facing off against the Guardian, and keloggz will close it. A phenomenal... It's like, that was what he almost defined himself as when we came into Valorant. Like, he was one of the...
Well, let's hope so. As we kick off the pistol here on Split, Sentinels have suffered a crushing defeat, and now they're looking for revenge. Nukia picking up the first to take down Sick here in the pistol. That puts a bit of a sour taste in Sentinel's mouth.
It's not going to be the greatest start of all time, but they are still going to take quite a bit of control, already pushing their way up the ramp and just having a little bit of a look on the flank. Just check no one's coming through so quickly. It's going to have to be a push forward from Dapper. He gets caught out by the nade, and Yuki's already found another.
TenZ, low HP as well, and here comes the blast pack. Ambitious from Mixwell, but he's got teammates to trade, and just like...
When he goes onto the defensive side, Shazam, I expect him to be running right at Nukia, though. This is what I mean. Like, he's going to be taking
huge advantage in all the ranged fights that they take.
I got the spike.
With a minute left, they don't need to feel shoehorned into pushing just yet, but they have obviously got the side. That was an ambitious play by Mixwell. Been watching some bunny VODs, has he? No, they won't be getting anything done here in Avova. Trying to make it costly, a double kill for him before he eventually goes down, and that was starting out as a pretty giving Nukia with all the openings he found in the attack. That Reyna could be absolutely massive. To start this one out, keloggz goes down right away, but Mixwell's good for
the rotations, but Coldamentor is very far away.
The pull but no spam. This sort of sells the fact that he's not on the back site, and then he baits them in and takes the kill. Now as they come ever closer, he's good for his second. Avova holding this one down all by himself, and his teammates are rallying to his side. Avova has done a spectacular job of not giving away that advantage or the site control, and they don't even get to... It's coming in through heaven as we speak. The nade forces him back. Now they can split this push and just look to take down the heaven players. Mixwell does exactly that, but Shazam, it's a beautiful right click to take him down. Sadly, no one else is able to answer up on the Sentinel side, leaving Zoms to fend for himself. They are coming up above, and he has nothing to do here with a classic after he runs. Is that going to happen every time? No. And you need something else. For that operator stays in, and even though they've rezzed up, they still have a man disadvantage. Mixwell is giving them no space to breathe. In fact, looking at... Yes, we need that on the big screen. That was absolutely gorgeous, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. There's no time, because Sentinels are rushing in towards the site. Good trade to start it out. Coldamentor holding close still, only good for the one. The operator misses, and TenZ might just have shown up when they needed him. 3 kills out of this young man. But the problem is, even though they've ulted site, they don't have spike. It's held up above by Nukia, waiting for TenZ to come up the ropes. No. And he does. That is the spike retrieved, and what should be an easy plant and a very difficult clutch out of keloggz. The position he's in, though. Will they?
They have an incredibly good idea of where the last man of G2 is standing. TenZ has exploded into the server, but can keloggz ruin it for the side of Sentinels? Absolutely not.
Few players in through middle. That's where the spike is, but it won't be able to move all too far forward. They are using a lot of utility to keep them out. The lockdown surely going to be a big problem for them. In fact, Sentinels are rushing onto the site. They're going to try to get out the other side of it, and they will. They've made it all the way through. Huge commitment from G2, and it sees practically no reward. The spike retrieved. Can Sick get out of there, though? Oh, no! Mixwell whiff! And that might just have given them the opening. Coldamentor not able to answer up when needed, and Nukia has to clutch it out.
1 versus 3, and he's not even going to get a second's notice.
25 seconds left. Now they know Raze is here, and that means the showstopper is too. But with 20 seconds, they have no choice but to go. Here comes the showstopper. That's going to slow them down. In fact, it's going to pick off TenZ, the difference maker in a lot of these rounds. 10 seconds left. They still need to deal with Avova on the site.
Oh!
And they've walked right past him. Avova somehow connected that second shot as well. He's got 3 on the board, and the round is G2's. A
in a perfect position. They expect him, but they don't manage to find the kill. Now the trade's alright, but this will actually spot out the lurk. So for the remaining players of G2, they can actually stack up B.
Trying to make a little jump above the wall, see if anyone was there. Down close is clear. There's a Lear back sight. They know where Nukia is, but they still haven't spotted Koldamenta. They know he's around here because his turret was chiming off, and now in comes Kellogg's, with Koldamenta, Nukia back sight, and Avova up in heaven. G2 and Sentinels, despite having plenty of ultis to use in this final round, they kind of need it so quickly. And at 15,
almost straight where he would have been if he decided to try and swing out on that. TenZ is going to be brought back, and there's not really anything they can do about it. Even having the gravity well to try and pull them back here. Again, it's going to be this split onto the site. There's Nukia at the back, but it's the kill out from Mixwell. He will come away with 2 kills, and it's left to Shazam trying to hold on here. To middle, a lot of damage done onto Kellogg's, and TenZ is going to duck away.
Wings on this fight. Frenzy in play. Beautiful shot. For now, at least, things are looking incredible. How did he get a headshot out of that? With the Frenzy spray down mid. The damage will be healed up on. That's the only problem.
Stars available for them to at least try and slow down this push, and the problem for G2 is there's not a lot of time. They're going to try and take that elevated angle across, but it is clean from Sentinels, leaving just one man standing. Avova with 15 seconds left. This pistol has gone the way of Sentinel.
Here's the boombot, drops the orb, and just gets the hell out of there. And the most important thing is this stops them from really getting that ult orb themselves. TenZ blinded up by the Lear, and so they have time to take him down. Sure. Oh, what is that from Dapper? Sick drop shotting down. But
we can expect to see in the next map as well if we do end up on bind, but for G2 to play with.
But if Kellogg's goes down here, that's the spike on the floor, and he turns at just they're starting to set up to punish it. Avova strikes at the right moment. He has a read on Sick, and he shall have a 1v1 setup.
Predicting this aggressive play, it needs to be the headshot, and Zoms is going to close out.
A little bit more. There we go.
It is.
This is a huge bait. They see that orb, they think there's no way someone's here. But Sick is. He's trapped in the corner, though, and taken down, and the Dapper tries to escape. He is pursued. Shazam eliminated in middle. Now the split comes to fruition. Mixwell's back online with the res, and Avova is on his way. He is creeping close. He's hearing the steps. He knows exactly where Dapper is. Avova, good for 1, but it's a trade out. Sentinels are keeping this competitive. Zoms has to make a big clutch happen. He's going to stop them from planting for just a moment. No, actually, he doesn't. It's a little bit too deep. He was hoping that this was going to be a plant in for main. Oh, no! Just the wrong time! But he still gets away with a frag. In fact, he has more HP than Koldamenta, and he wins it out. 3 kills for Zom.
And there's going to be a rotation before anything can really be done.
Oh, it's a little bit shallow, but the spams get him in the end. Good kill to start. Wall across, and here comes the showstopper. Looking at the backside, and TenZ again, the victim found by that rocket. He is taken down. Dapper is too. Shazam doing his best to keep this one alive, but a shot through the legs as we will leave Zoms again in a clutch situation.
Alton was the only one alive, and oh dear, they've actually lost. The ultimate is online. It makes a big difference with this purchase. Mixel's just gone straight through though. It just blasts back, and it might not have been as clean as Bonnie, but that was Shazam's going to take 2 with the Blade Storm, bringing this round back into contention. There's also the res online, so potentially going to be able to use that while holding onto the angle. The wall doesn't block it. Luckily for TenZ, he's going to be finding the shot anyway. Again, we find ourselves in a 2v2, but G2 do get the res off.
Yeah, it looks like Sick might be able to do the same. It's a risk, but he's going to take it. Dapper falls in the meantime, though, so the numbers stay exactly the same. Down goes Sick to the operator, and Kellogg's hits him so well. Sight control and a deep nade out of Mixwell, but he won't be reaggressing into that operator. Kellogg's not playing the jet. He can't get out of there.
Wasn't able to escape this time. The Empress pop for Nukia. Kill will grant him his full HP back. Cosmic Divide though thrown through, and Avova, just before it pops, will manage to get the pick. They're going to try and sneak their way through it on the other side. It's disordered! He's blocking him on the other side! And Avova again! He's using these Cosmic Divides to ridiculous effect! Sentinel Sentinels can do absolutely nothing, and it's left on to Shazam, although he finds two.
This utility time and time again. Gonna go for the same this time around. Right by. No, he gets caught up. Psalms. Good for one. Sick trading from above. Even in for two. And then Shazam walks through, but he's taken down by Kellogg's. This man showing up when he needs to. Plant on backside. And a 2 versus 2. Sentinels need to try and force this fight soon before Rez can come through. The right up close. Tens catches one, but Kellogg's needs to clutch it out. The Rez pulls one back online. Dapper has to take the fight, and that's information. It's all that Kellogg's wanted. He just needs one more bullet. Dapper, 31 HP, and Sentinels just about stay alive. But they need to close it out.
Oh, damn, that was just a spam straight. But there's 2 players they have to deal with, and Dapper's already going to drop another. This gives him that Viper's Pit to just lock down the site, and the time is ticking now for G2.
Oh, what is going on here? Nukia came in with a quick double. The A site, sure, it might have a Viper's Pit on it, but B is open, and they know it. They're rotating all the way over, allowing them to have whatever they like on the A site. And if they can get the spike down quickly, oh, in fact, there's no ult orb there. So yeah, they're going to get this spike down. No res for Sick unless he finds a kill. And when they get to the B site, there's no one for him to res. This is huge. G2 have a play with here, Tom. It's all down to aim duels on both sides of the coin. And the time is so low. They need to make a move. They need to find a kill soon. Find some space. Sick is taken down. It's all up to Dapper. He's going in for the stick, halfway at least, ready to take the fight up above. And Coldamenta's shut down. He's almost got it, but they push at just the right moment. 13 to